I'm getting in with my first pint, people. First pint of the Pinter. This is exciting times. Hello. So, here we are. And a bit of a different one. This is a different one. Exciting. Exciting stuff. I'm looking at the Pinter. That's what I'm looking at here. And there are quite a few videos. I've had a look around. There's a few videos that, you know, show you all the way through setting it up. They've done part 1, set it up, part 2, fiddle about, do the shaking, stuff like that. Then, you know, you get to part 3 or 4 or 15 and, you know, they finally pull the beer. Hopefully this video is going to be a bit quicker than that. I'm kind of going to go through all the setup process pieces, but on a rapid scale. Bang, bang, bang. Knock it out, you know. It's out of the park. You follow the instructions, you shake it about, in, out, and all that. And then finally, you know, after several days of the brewing process, you've got some beer. And it's all about the beer. As much as we do want to fiddle about and feel a bit more ownership over this little beauty, because actually putting this effort into this, you will feel like you own the beer a little bit more. It's like if I own my own brewery. Oh, eh? Oh, we all want to. We don't. But it's a little bit like that. You're gonna like it a little bit more because you've put your heart and soul into the little beauty. Obviously, through this process, it's a bit easier. You know, this kit has been designed over many a year to make it more accessible for the likes of me, who, to be honest, has got little idea when it comes to brewing, especially fresh brewing like this little beauty at home. So if I can get something good out of this little beauty, then I'm sure you can as well. So let's crack in. Let's have a go. I'm going to unbox, I'll speed it up, get through the old process, and then we'll crack into the beer, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. How does it taste? I'm going to crack in. I'm going to get into the box. Nice box right from the outset. Look at that. I mean, there's some design work gone into that. Welcome to a new world of fresh beer. And that is quite nice, isn't it? The fact that if you've done it all yourself, you know how long it's been sitting there. Almost don't want to damage the box. They put that much effort into it. The Greater Good Pinter. This craft paper tape is produced from sustainable forests. And they are all about the sustainability. Which, hats off to them. Hats off. If I had a paper hat on that had been recycled, I would be taking it off. Now, I said I'm not going to do an unboxing, but it's a pretty special box. Look at that. Lovely box. If I was reviewing a box, 10 out of 10. So I fired onto the old instructions, part of the website, 4 to 8 minutes. Hello. Apple, eat your heart out. Eat your heart out. I think Apple were the first to start really taking some care over their boxes. But, I've basically put the machine on the floor to enjoy a box. Look at that. Welcome to a new world of fresh beer. That's a box. I'm actually going to keep that box. I've banged on too much about a box. Gone for the black. There's many a different colour. Many a nice colour. To be fair, I actually thought it would sit nice with my other equipment. So anyway, that I believe is the brewing dock. That's a nice little plate that goes on the front. There's your tap. Love the little exclamation mark type handle. Branding on this, to point. Lovely. So there it is, out of the box. Let's have a look at the instructions. I'm going to whiz through this, going to set it up, going to get it brewing. It's a vessel. Okay, so here's your actual pint of pack. Beautifully designed to fit through your letterbox. See, that was me posting it there. It was a lovely posting action. I've gone for Stars and Stripes American Pale Ale. Now, one of the ales that's not actually on the perfect draft. Hence why I've gone for that. And I have seen in recent days they've launched a stout. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Beautiful. There's the purifier. There's my yeast. And there is the American Pale Ale. There's the important stuff. 4.5% this little beauty, once brewed. Aromas orange and hoppy. Yeah. One of my favourite beers from our local brewery is an APA. An absolute fantastic beer. And that's why I've gone for this. Cheeky. It's got some tasting notes on the back. American. Alrighty then. Floral, light amber, mid to low bitter. Nice. So how long is this going to take me? Brewing time 4 days, conditioning time 3 days. And these little beauties make 10 pints. 10 of your finest pints. Hopefully your finest pints. I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, the Greater Good Fresh Brewing Company. I'll be the judge. Stars and Stripes. American Pale Ale. I'm going to get the old purifier, bang it in, bang the water in. Okay, so I've put the old hot water in. Now attach the old brewing dock. Okay, so all very quick on the old purifying. Obviously you've got your 10 seconds of shaking, you got your 5 seconds of pulling it through the tap. Pretty straightforward. I mean, I've done the odd baby bottle in my time. This is easier than a baby bottle. Yeah. On to the brewing. Okay, so got to bang some water in there again, up to the line, followed by this baby, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so my water's in. Trying to pop this little beauty in now. You can't open a bottle without giving it a whiff. Ooh. Yeah, that smells alright. That smells good. Okay, I think that's gone. In with the fresh brewing yeast. We're going for a shake again. Rock the baby, rock, rock the baby. Attach the dock. Gotta say, I have seen a few people struggling with that dock on a few videos that I've watched. Not sure why, it just kind of pushes down. Just make sure you push it down. Have a look at the threads, pop it, turn it. Okay, so now that's it, pretty much. So now, well, for the brewing bit, pop it onto its head, or the dock. So there it is, standing upright. It is now into its brewing time of 4 days. Yeah, so 4 days brewing time. This is for the APA. Varies by the different type of press, fresh press that you've got. Fresh press of Bel Air. But this one, yeah, brewing time 4 days, conditioning time 3 days. Now I have also seen that some people are leaving it for a bit longer than that to condition. I may well do that. I want to make my first ale out of this beauty as good as it possibly can be. It is on the carbonated. Apparently it can let a bit of the old venting out now and again. Won't be the first person to have vented. Is it a person? Not really a person. Won't be the first thing to have vented in this house. So we're in. We're brewing. We are brewing. So you will see I've cut to the next stage because I should have different attire on. I should not be wearing the same things for 4 days. Might have the same jeans on. I've had the same jeans on for 4 weeks now. Okay, crucial stage. We are now in the kitchen. We are removing the brewing dock. Anything could happen. We're removing the brewing dock. Bit of release itch. Oh, smells good. Smelling good. So I did have a bit of releasage there, but I have left it over the amount of time. Let's get it in the fridge. There she is, so popping the plate and the handle on. Just makes it look nice. Just makes it look nice. I'm looking forward to you. I'm fortunate enough to have a Subcold fridge, so I'm popping it in there for the conditioning time. I'm going to give it 7 days. Fits like an absolute dream in there. That's a winner. So there we go, chilling away in the Subcold. Conditioning for up to 7 days in total. That's how long I'm leaving it in there. Sitting in there proud. I can't wait. Okay, conditioning time is up. Exciting times, people. Exciting times. I'm going to remove it. You need to be careful at this point apparently, so I'm going to very delicately bring it over to the other side. Let's go. It's like giving birth. Probably not quite as painful. There she blows. She's coming out. I'm moving it very gently to try and not agitate the beer. That's what you got to do. She's landed. The Sputnik has landed. It's not really a Sputnik size, but it has landed. There we go. So, landed. She's landed. The next thing to do, move that dial. I've let it sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to move the dial from carbonated to off very slowly. Then it's a little bit of tappage of the old beer. Then I'm going to pull myself a pint out of the little pinter. Yes, I am. Let's move that dial. A little bit nervous. That did release. It really did. Now that may have agitated it a little bit, so I'm gonna also give it a few minutes now. I am. Okay, so before we get stuck in, just to tap in that little bit of beer, and then with my first pint. Who are Pinter? Well, obviously, as it says on here, the Greater Good Fresh Brewing Company. That's who they are. They're all about fresh brewing. This is what they've brought to the market. This little piggy came to market. The clever parts of this is your syrup. I mean, they've done all the hard work. They've banged all of those ingredients together for you. You haven't got to think of a jit. What's a jit? No idea. But you haven't got to think of it. So I suppose in my context of a jit is things like steeping the grains. What's that? I ain't got a clue. Not got a clue, but they said they've done it for you. It's in your bottle. And adding the malt extracts and the hops. It's there, isn't it? It's there. They've done it. And everything's local. It's totally British, this little beauty. It is as British as the British bloke from the British Empire. That's what I could think of, just straight to mind. It's as British as fish and chips. So where they're from, which is Kent, the hops, for example, 30 miles away, yeah? You could walk to it, maybe not walk. You could bike. You could bike there with a sack on your back and collect the hops. I dare say they've got a better transportation mechanism than that, but still, it's close. And things like for the ciders, you know, that their apples are from Herefordshire. So again, you know, they're sourcing local. They're not getting, and probably wise with Brexit and stuff, you know, don't want to get into that political hornet's nest. But still, let's not get stung, people. The barley they use has meticulous quality checks. You know, how would you check how quality a bit of barley is? I don't know. No idea. And the timing of all those ingredients together in the bottle, you know, stopped at just the right time. So it's in that fresh pressed pack, ready for you just to squeeze into your water, yeah? Admittedly, your H2O, you got to add that yourself. The one thing that I'm kind of conscious of the most, and what I'm most intrigued about, is that carbonation. Because obviously all of it in there is naturally carbonated. It's unfiltered, it's unpasteurised, it's all in there, natural and fresh. I'm hoping for big things. And obviously a lot happens with the brewing dock, so, you know, that brewing dock is where all the innovation's probably gone. Because all the yeast and the extracts and stuff all go down into that brewing dock, using what is their valve system in that dock. So, what's left in there is your beer, ready for supping. And obviously, with those press packs that I showed you, you know, that's not like getting a keg delivered. You can fit it through your letterbox. 10 pints in that pack. Admittedly, you've got to wait for them, but the sustainability, you know, that's impressive. This is environmentally friendly. You could be supping your beer thinking, I'm doing my bit for the environment. I am. You can sleep at night. You might have a hangover in the morning, but you can sleep at night. That's another good point. Will you have such a bad hangover? I mean, if you're down 10 pints, probably yes. But the more natural the ingredients, this is what I've heard, then the better the bonce in the morning. Even a bold bonce like mine. Could it be that this is the answer? Could it be? All that said, and that's a fair bit that I've said there, if it don't taste good, as much as I'd like to think that I'm doing my bit for the environment, I'm not going to buy the stuff if it doesn't taste good. I've left it there to settle after venting. I think I'm ready to tap a pint. I'm going in. This is just the wastage one. Hello. Right, so obviously, schoolboy error there. The tap bit needs to be off the end. I mean, I tell you what, that doesn't even look like wastage. I feel a little bit, but apparently you should do it because there might be a bit of sediment with it, so you should do the little bit of wastage. It smells good. It smells good. I'm getting in. I'm getting in with my first pint, people. First pint of the Pinter. This is exciting times. "45 degrees as kind of your norm. This is the kind of thing that goes down in history, isn't it? I'm tipping her up a little bit. A few little drippos. Right. Look at her! Look at it! And I tell you what, I'm seeing some bubs. I'm seeing some bubs. I am seeing some bubs. Lovely. Right. I'm going to bring it in. Here she is. So, I mean, you can see. Look. We've got some bubs. I mean, it's an APA, so you don't need too many bubs. But there are some. I'm happy with that. So, let's get in. Let's get in. Cheers, Pinter people. Cheers. shut the door. Shut the door. In fact, shut both doors. Shut all the windows. That's a belter. That, I'll tell you what, I mean, for an APA, that has got some bubs. You can feel the tingle of the bubs on your tongue. You can. I feel like I've achieved something. And to be fair, I've done very little. There's people that have put a lot more effort in than me. They have. The Greater Good Fresh Brewing Company, you've put some good effort in and you've given me a good beer. Cheers. That's nice. That has got a nice taste. Like I said earlier in the video, our local brewery does an APA and I enjoy that. I'm enjoying this. It's got some nice tastes in there. It's good. Mary Poppins. That is a belter. I think it's getting better with every little sip. And there's some bubs. I would be interested to see what the lager's like. I really would. Because you'd expect more carbonation with a lager. But, I mean, yeah. No, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, one thing I can't do, I suppose, there's no such word as can't, kid, is tell you right now how good this is going to be in a few days. If you've tried the Pinter, let me know in the comments below. Good stuff. I mean, it's clinging to the glass. You can see that as you're going down. Look, legs, good legs. I think, is that just wine? Clinging to the glass nicely. It's got a nice little white head still. Bubs going, bubs going. I can't fault you, Pinter. I really can't. I'm looking forward to that cider. I am. Yeah. I'm trying to think what nice snackage would go with this. I think some pork scratchings. Cheers. I did say about the little piggy going to market, didn't I, earlier? This little piggy, yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about pigs. No, I mean, I'd recommend that. Normally with my perfect draft reviews, I give it a mark out of 10 for the keg. Now, I haven't obviously tried different flavours of this. I haven't tried, this is the first one I've tried. But if I was going to grade this, I think I'd give it a good 8.5 to 9, which is strong. That is a strong markage. It does taste very fresh. And there's something about having a go yourself. There just is. Feel a little bit more ownership to it. I know I've not put the hard work in. Will my head agree tomorrow? Will it? I don't know, because I'm not just having one pint, I tell you. I'm not. It's a Friday night for me right now as I record, and I may treat myself to a few. There's no bad aftertaste. It's a nice aftertaste. It's good. You know, you really do taste the flavours afterwards. I wonder if it is because it's so fresh. Is this the way that beer is meant to be sunk? And will it be the way that beer is sunk if this takes off for years to come? Will it be? It could be. I'm looking forward to that cider. And you know, I mean, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I've been really chomping at the bit wanting to get this bit in. I really have. And that, if anything, is the drawback. It's kind of the pro and the con at the same time. You know, it's a, what would you say? It's like a gift.
You know, it's like a gift at one point, but yeah, you're just not quite giving it, are you? Not until you've done your brewing, you've done your conditioning, and then you're giving it. I mean, you've got to be a good planner. You know, if you've got an occasion coming up, let's say there's Christmas coming up, have a look at your diary, think what you're going to do. I mean, I did give it the maximum. You know, I gave it more than the maximum. So what did I give it? I gave it 5 days, I think, brewing, and another 5 days conditioning. So, you know, you've got to think about it. You've got to plan. But you can plan. It's the 5 Ps. Perfect planning produces perfect pints. They should use that. This isn't going to be the last review that I do on the Pinter. I'm going to review that cider. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be interesting. They've also got a stout. I'm very interested in that. Think I'll be ordering that little beauty. The one thing I'm lacking is some snackage. I haven't got any. That isn't perfect planning, Baldy. I hope this video has helped a few of you. If it hasn't, there you go. I will be doing a few Pinter reviews in future. But for now, what I'm going to say is, cheers, Pinter people. Cheers.